Yesterday, the CDC admits that it is not a matter of if, but it is a matter of when it comes here to the United States. The U.S. residents, they said, should prepare for the community spread of COVID-19 in the U.S., person-to-person spread at the household, workplace, church, and social event level. I want you to listen carefully to what I'm saying. I don't want you to panic because I don't believe this is a major U.S. death event. This is a major economic event, at least first this year. Donald Trump is kind of right when he says, I think this will be over by April. I don't know if it'll be April, but the flu season is over in the spring. This is a flu. It means it will give us more time. We want to delay this as long as we can to get into summer for the flu season to stop so it goes away, so we have the rest of the summer to be able to prepare for what is coming next year. The CDC said people should prepare for requests to self-quarantine, avoiding all unnecessary social contact, both personal and community preventive measures. Now, think of what this is going to mean. This means that, for instance, I just read something last night that they're worried now that the new James Bond is going to be a failure at the box office because who is going to go watch a movie in a movie theater, especially in the Chinese market and now in Europe? But I want you just to play this out. The reason why I say, please, this is a 2008 style warning. Hopefully, none of this will happen. But we are looking at an event. If you just take the movies, if people aren't going to the movies, that means they're probably not going out to eat before. So there you hurt the restaurant industry. They're not driving their car, so they're not going to be using as much gasoline. They're not going to be buying any popcorn. They're not going to be buying any candy. They're not going to be going to the theaters, and the theaters are going to lose money, so they're going to have to lay people off. You see how this trickles down just with one industry. This is going to happen to all industries. It is already happening, and I'll give you the details, in China. But it is going to be happening soon. If you had plans to go to Italy, please do not cancel any plans right now. You don't know what this is going to look like. You got tickets 4 weeks away, 8 weeks away, 12 weeks away. You don't know what this is going to look like. Beyond that, if you would have canceled your airlines flight, if you were flying Air Italia, and you last week would have said, I'm going to get ahead of this, I'm going to cancel, you would have lost money. Today, Air Italia has said, we're going to relieve, if you want to cancel, there's no penalty. So there are reasons to stay reasonable and make the decisions at the last minute. Prepare to go. Just know that you're going to have to evaluate the week before. But don't cancel things until you know. Churches are going to have to start thinking about how are we going to meet. Personal preventive measures, including frequent washing of hands, cleaning of frequently touched surfaces, and common practices that would prevent the spread of a cold and flu. Community preventive measures include this is from the CDC yesterday. They include the possible closing of schools or teleschooling, working from home or telecommuting, and the postponement of events such as sporting events, concerts, trade shows, etc. Think of the money that is going to be lost. I'd rather lose money than lives, but I want to emphasize this to you because if you're in business, you should batten down the hatches. To give you an indication, I live my own words. I am in the middle of redoing this entire studio. It's the 40th anniversary of this studio complex. It's never had a coat of paint on the outside. okay, ever. It's a concrete building. It's never had a coat of paint. I wanted it to look nice, so we've painted it. It's taking 4 months to paint this building. It is so huge. We're painting it inside and out. The outside is 4 months. We're redoing things. I've already spent money and torn this building apart. I have to put it back together now. If I had the information today that 2 months ago, I would have saved the money and said, you know what, we can wait on everything. Let's just wait and see how things work out. Because major disruption is coming. So just prepare for that. Face-to-face, according to the CDC, face-to-face interaction should be reduced whenever possible, as should physical contact such as handshaking. CDC indicates Americans should be prepared to be self-sufficient for up to 2 weeks in case of an at-home quarantine if it is required, including 2 weeks' worth of food, water, medicines, and all other household supplies. This is not a drill. I just read a commercial, and this is not a commercial now. I just read a commercial for My Patriot Supply. I've been telling you about My Patriot Supply for a long time. I told you about a month ago, now's the time to get something, and they were offering a 45% special. They're still doing it on their 2-week kits. The deal is, 2 days ago when I was reading that, they weren't behind 2 weeks in shipping. The demand is so high now, it could be 2 weeks or more before you get your emergency supplies. If you want things like that, you've got to order them right now. It's for this, and again, not a commercial. I don't care what you do. Preparewithglenn.com is where you can get the emergency food supply. It's 45% off. You can go to Costco. I've done both. I have both. My wife just went to Costco yesterday. She got peanut butter, tuna fish, dried milk, things that will last, things that are high in protein, things that you must have in the house for 2 weeks. We must prepare for something without panic. We must prepare for something that we have never seen in my lifetime.